ground game, in part due to her very laggy grab. So she has to rely on aerials to apply all that pressure. But when you have a character like Pikachu who can sit so low to the ground, it can be really difficult knowing that ZSS has to commit to her entire jump in order to land those aerials.
One of the fascinating things I find about watching Captain L is just taking a second and focusing on Pikachu on the screen and just all the little micro movements he makes, whether it be his little crouches and moves with that, how well he uses quick attack. This is a man that has downloaded and used the training pack so well to his advantage and really has just recreated scenarios over and over again and basically forced muscle memory in it. It's absolutely fascinating to watch.
Yeah, we know that Captain L is a user of Beto. I think a lot of the Pikachus are actually use Beto. Not quite enough just yet.
I looked at to B-reverse that too, because it looked like he was facing the other way in the start of those up air strings. Not the easiest thing to finish off there. Unfortunately, like you mentioned, not quite enough percentage, not quite high enough on the screen. Those down smash are going to be very helpful in getting extra damage though, and that next boost kick may be the one that does it.
Ooh, very, very nice plays from Mars right now. A lot of his neutral decision making has been excellent so far in this game.
Moments like that is what really is an attest to what you mentioned about how Mars is a very different player. ZSS options that you normally wouldn't see from your Nairo style players. A lot of aggressive, unexpected things that players sometimes just don't have the answer for. Like footstool down air in neutral.
Yep. Realizing that boost kick probably wasn't an ideal option in that instance, he went for something a little bit more unconventional.
Mars doing a pretty good job of maintaining pressure on Pikachu right now. Not the easiest thing to do given how quickly Pikachu can zip around the screen. And the hardest read of them all, guessing where that quick attack is going. Just like I was just saying, figuring out where L is planning to go before he does it, landing that back air and closing out that stock.
Yeah, the key thing so far to Mars' gameplay has been his reads to Captain L's neutral decisions. He just has an understanding of the sorts of options that Captain L is wanting to opt for in the neutral, and he just has an answer almost every time.
Captain L getting a string of his own now, forcing ZSS across the screen into a grab, possibly Thunder here. Great air dodge though, is going to survive that string.
What a grab, completely reversing the situation. You know, Captain L had a lot of the control, he had a lot of the momentum after that grab, but Thunder jolts into up smash, landing perfectly into the hands of Captain L.
And just like you mentioned, using that and following that projectile as a quick shield. You see what Captain L can do off this quick advantage state. Not much. One of the bigger problems with Pikachu, if you're only getting those initial hits, you can hit your opponent a few times and you're really going to rack up 25–30%. We see it now, 3 hits in and only 9% on Mars.
Meanwhile, a flip kick almost taking Pikachu's stock. The other thing I'm really liking so far about Mars' gameplay is that he knows when to not overextend. When he had Captain L in the corner, very often he wouldn't press a button. He would wait until Captain L had opted for some kind of option, whether it be a jump or roll, double jump, whatever it was. He would wait and then try to punish the follow-up after that.
Absolutely, and we saw in those last 2 exchanges in the corner there, Captain L did a neutral get up, and each time he was already mid-flip kick, deciding whether or not to activate the final hit of that based on what he saw from Captain L, and guessed right both times.
Yeah, Mars' ledge trapping with that flip kick is just phenomenal. We're moving on to Final Destination this time. Let's see if this will work as a benefit to Pikachu. Not often somewhere that you would expect from Pikachu, considering how potent he is on the platforms. He must fear potential ladders from Mars.
You don't have the quick attack cancels at that point. Yep. You don't have his way. It's just going to zip around as much. And it's interesting because, as you mentioned, like he's going to be potentially avoiding the ladders from Mars, but we haven't really seen that much from him. We haven't seen those off-the-top kills. It really has just been Mars reading where Captain L is going and understanding how to really just defeat Pikachu.
It definitely seems like this time Captain L has a better handle. He's doing a much better job maintaining advantage versus Mars.
Lucky break there.
So close. A little bit more rage on Mars, and that probably would have been Captain L's stock.
Great understanding of hitboxes there from Mars, using just the edge of that down air to push Captain L away. I don't think he was expecting that to reach that far.
That's going to be a punish. Doesn't get the forward smash, though.
I was worried about that spacing just outside of the range to connect with that second hit. Love the movement from both of these players. Absolutely great use of each of their characters' strong suits.
Yeah, very, very precise, immaculate movement coming from both. But Mars taking the first stock. Unlike the previous game, he's looking a lot less healthy than he was before. 82% on him. Let's see how Captain L is able to seal this. Upper into the air dodge read this time. Immediate thunder.
It's gonna be a combo at that point, but it's unfortunately gonna be too far away from the blast zones to make that much of a difference.
We saw the pivot back into the grab, but Pikachu's arm is just being a little bit too stubby to get the punish.
Interesting, we saw the falling fair there. A lot of Pikas will follow up with up smash after that. I'm curious to see what the F-tilt purpose was behind.
He might not have felt like he was in range to get the sweet spot up smash, so he felt like he wanted a guaranteed punish instead, maybe.
Oh my god!
Wow! That was... Yeah, Mars is playing with the utmost confidence at the moment. He did that down air knowing.
Without even blinking. I mean, you could understand him using it against characters that lack a solid recovery, but against Pika of all things, to say, I'm going to use this right now, it is going to hit right now, and I have absolute confidence in this.
And it seems like Captain L is still confident in his Pikachu. He feels like he can still get this win on Final Destination with his tried and true character, not switching to the puff in this time of need.
Quick 30 to begin with, too, off of 2 sequences there. Excellent start. We've seen kind of the flip from what we saw game 2. Mars with an incredibly fast start, getting 65% before Captain L laid a hand on him, and now the opposite is taking place.
And once again, we kind of saw just a factor in this matchup with Pikachu's size. Mars made the correct decision going for that paralyzed shot, but because of the landing lag of Pikachu going, kind of flattening it into the ground, it ended up going over his head.
Yeah, it really has accommodated for the fact that Pika can be a little bit difficult for ZSS. Really good stuff from him, knowing that he's going to have to change up what kill moves he's looking for. You saw him low profile the grab there, you know, and we've seen how effective the down smash has been for him so far. Really, really good stuff.
Excellent spacing coming out from Mars. He has been on point with these back airs so far.
Oh, I love the use of that spaced F-tilt. Forcing Captain L to respect his range.
It's really amazing just seeing the sort of ranges where Mars is jumping versus where he's remaining grounded to apply pressure. At those sort of mid-ranges where Pikachu can call out Zero Suit's jumps, he chooses to remain more grounded or retreat back with his jumps so that he can't get punished by that jumping fair. Pikachu's airspeed isn't the best. It's much, much worse than Zero Suit's, so that definitely works in Mars' favor. And the flip kick off stage, working excellently right there as well.
Mars has looked like an absolute marksman with this so far. But Captain L answers immediately back with that far out back air.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful edge guard with that back air right there. Oh, immaculate spacing on that neutral air. Not able to punish with the shield grab. And actually, Nair into the grab is not something that you see too often from Zero Suit because it's not 100% safe, unlike the Nair to jab. Nair to jab obviously able to consistently stuff out shield grabs. But he was so confident in his retreat that he went for the more ambitious read.
And a fantastic sequence from Captain L immediately following after that. One full combo all the way across FD for a solid 40%. And these up air strings right now into the fair. And that's going to do it. Captain L with quite a response.
That was incredible, dragging him all across the stage with up air of all moves. That was like a Zero Suit Simon's ladder, but laterally.
Absolutely. It's not often you see something that'll carry somebody off into the blast zone like that. I mean, I'm having flashbacks to Luma strings back from 3DS, like where Luma would just walk someone out, and instead it's just Pika all by himself out there. And the worst part is, even if Mars had found a way to get out of that last fair, Pika was still fine, recovering, not a problem from that spot for him.
Exactly. How fitting that he'd be compared to a Luma when they're both little yellow things.
That kill absurdly early sometimes.
Indeed.
So we're gonna see Town City as the counter pick here for Mars. A little interesting that we didn't see the Dreamland pick like we normally would from Nairo. Obviously the small ceiling in Town and City gonna have its own benefits, but I'm a little bit curious to see how Pikachu's up smash and whether or not Captain L is gonna be looking for that, and it's gonna make a difference in this game.
Excellent air dodge read coming out from Captain L, and Captain L is really riding the wave that he managed to create on the previous game, having all the momentum, making so many good decisions. I definitely understand Mars' reasoning for this pick, alongside, of course, the early ladder kills, especially with how much rage he's accumulating, in addition to having a more flat stage where Pikachu can't abuse the platforms for his quick attack counters himself.
Already 115 now on Mars. That is not a concern, especially from this right there. If that last upper would have connected.
I feel like he might have wanted something like a landing up air, but not quite enough just yet.
Be still my heart.
Excellent call out on the jump, and
He tied at 63!
wow.
63 pre-hit. My God, Mars using the full advantage of that rage.
Yeah, Captain L most likely was probably holding out after his ledge jump, wanted to fade back maybe with something, but that ended up being his downfall.
I'm sorry.
The immediate response with the thunder spiking Mars off the stage.
Just the instant transmission into B-reverse thunder off the side there. What a fantastic response from Captain L.
Both of these two returning to neutral, finding that down tilt, getting the trip.
Moments on like oh so scary when you see that middle platform at its apex. Either character going for a grab right there could spell doom. A couple times now, Mars has actually whiffed on that grab, but Captain L has not been in position to punish it.
Yeah, he's been just off on the mark on these reads. He's been very, very close. He smells blood in the water, and he wants to get this grab. Finally finds it. Back throw into flip kick, not going to work.
All right, Mars, you've gotten away with a lot of stuff, but I don't think back throw flip kick's going to be it today.
Right, trying to catch the roll in that time. Not happening, though.
My God, Captain L is moving right now. It's absolutely fantastic watching all these pivots come out from him.
Beautiful retreat, but there we saw once again the neutral air into the jab to save him. Back throw. And yeah, this is definitely a scary situation for Mars. A grab from Pikachu will probably end the set. Well, end the game.
Oh my God, you saw the lightning, but
yes.
all it's the same. Captain L with the great survival DI there. But that's got to put a fear in you. You're facing against Raid ZSS. You see that pop up and you're like, am I about to die at 50 for this?
A little bit off on that back air.
That's gonna be the
way too ambitious with that boost kick. Expecting Captain L to act, but he instead stays in shield and is able to take game 4. Moving on to game 5 of the set.
It's fascinating to see it after such a dominant start from Mars in games 1 and 2. Captain L stealing himself and readying himself for the advancement now all the way into game 5. Do you think we're going to see Town and City again? Do you think we potentially will see triplats?
Ooh. I do feel like he's going to run it back to Town and City. Yep, and there we go.
And there's a couple moments there where Mars goes for those, I don't even want to call them overextensions because they always make so much sense for him, but he has these moments where he tries for the unorthodox response, and it just didn't pay off for him in the game 4 like it had we've seen in 1 and 2 so far.
Is that going to be stopped?
This is terrifying.
Oh my goodness! Not quite. He didn't get hit by the full boost kick. That might have been a factor right there.
Eating 60% right away is not how L wants to start this game 5 though, and this will be enough to do it this time.
That was exceptional by Mars. Instead of going for the landing punish, he instead reads the jump and goes to the up air and gets the full conversion.
And this has Mars a full stock ahead on this final game now. Landing fair there into the combo strings.
Good spot dodges coming out from Mars to avoid the potential follow-ups.
Caught up on the ledge there. I believe he was probably going to go for a falling fair at that point. Lucky break for him though. Mars ready with the answer in that down smash.
Doesn't get the auto cancel on the up air, so not able to continue that combo any further.
L's playing very conservative right now, keeping the stock at a very low percent as he tries to add on damage to Mars, but he is not able to get in. The Nair there finally answering the way. Wow, back air into up air now for Mars.
Mars is just looking incredibly smooth at the moment, even with the decision from Captain L to remain a lot more grounded to try to avoid Zero Suit's pressure. It's not completely helping out at the moment. 46% on Captain L at the moment. One misplaced move could potentially spell curtains for him at this early percent.
Now Mars is absolutely content to sit in center and challenge against Pikachu with a long ranging hitbox of ZSS. Oh, try to put him in a position where he get an air dodge read there and end that stock early. Mars with a great air dodge away from it though.
And once again, Mars making sure not to overextend. He wants to keep this stock alive as long as possible so he can find the critical opening to get that final KO.
looking for that down tilt, trying to create a trip situation with that hard knockdown and get a tech read potentially. Hopefully finish out his stock right now. It kind of seems like Captain L has laid his gameplay on the line with that down tilt.
Not quite enough just yet. Missing the sweet spot once again does Mars. Up throw. Gets the air dodge read this time. It doesn't take the stock.
No, I believe it looked like it was just outside of the range for that.
Yeah, excellent DI as well coming out from Mars, just allowing him to survive.
This is where things can get a little bit tough for Pikachu too. One of those moments where getting into the presents where the Thunder range is going to stop working because of rage. He's going to have to find a new way to get that stock.
Oh, he almost gets the read on that up smash. Very, very close. He really needed that. These two just dancing around each other, playing a very, very tentative game.
Excuse me?
There we go.
There into F tilt from center stage.
Most likely to catch the potential DI out, anticipating an up smash. I mean, had he up smashed, it would have killed regardless, but...
That's just the level of knowledge that Captain L has, the layers to his understanding and punish game that comes from all that time he spends with the training mods. Absolutely great work from here right now. And already back to an almost even game at this point, too, off of 2 neutral exchanges.
Yeah, now that was sensational, and that almost took the stock. That was incredible spacing by Mars right there. Trying to read the ledge jump with that back air. Now this is so close between these two. Pikachu does need to do a little bit more work in order to get this KO. Meanwhile, Mars staring down.
Oh my god, the movement right now from Captain L just outside of the range of Mars. Oh, so careful, knowing that one more hit could be his last in winner's side.
Oh, he missed attack, but he got knocked off the stage. That was the game for Captain L. Had Mars remained on the stage, that was an easy forward smash or up smash. Now Mars is staying very, very airborne. He does not want to get caught on landing, but he's got to be careful. Captain L, up throw thunder.
Oh, but he's going to get the falling up air. No, he just misses now. Captain L with these quick little movements back, holding center. But Mars more than happy to wait this out. Only 90 seconds left, up by almost full 40%.
Interestingly, we're not seeing too much in the way of ground movement or maybe forward tilt spacing coming out from Mars. Maybe he's getting a little bit antsy, jumping around quite a lot. The potential anti-air or landing trap might spell his doom.
Curious now where the rage combos are for Pikachu, whether she'll be able to get the up throw on Thunder if he manages to land this grab. 60 seconds now.
That shield is looking very, very small from Captain L.
And we see now Mars with a little bit of a more aggressive start here, walking back into center and maintaining this. 50 seconds now left on the clock in this Game 5 scenario.
Captain L, I feel like once he reaches maybe that 30-second mark, he might go for more explosive play. Tries to read the DI down with the DI in, even with that down throw.
The grab again.
Down throw again. And now the gap is very, very small. Only 12% between these two.
And that's going to be not
3%.
Quite enough. 3% with less than 30 seconds now. Captain L, this is more than likely going to time at this point unless one of these players can find this last opening. We've seen such great defensive options from both of them now. And that's the lead!
That's the lead! 2% between these two. Mars needs to make a play!
And it's still the lead. 4 seconds. Captain L can just wait it out on the side now. Mars has to hit him.
Oh, that's it. He went for the grab!
And that is going to be quite a comeback for Captain L. A reverse 3-0, a final set being decided by a timeout of all things with less than 10% separating these players. Unbelievable play, and to think this is only to make top 24.
That was ludicrous from both players. Really, really tense final hit situation all the way down to time. You know, we saw the defensive gameplay, but Mars wasn't quite able to maintain that lead how he needed to. And of course, Captain L coming out on top, moving on to the winner side of top 24.
I told myself that I was going to try to